because we're harvesting early potatoes, we've got some compost and we've got some pots. And quite recently I harvested my winter garlic and that threw up more compost and more pots. So what we're going to do, we're going to reinvigorate that compost, we're going to put it into pots, and we're going to give these guys a shot. Why not? I think they deserve it, don't you? Look at the effort they've put in to try and make something of themselves. Let me just tell you what they are. I'm not too sure if you'll be able to read that. I can read it when it's over that side. Perhaps you can read it on this side. These two are sapomira. Who hasn't heard of sapomira? I'm not too sure if you can get these guys in the United States, but they're a very popular late crop potato over here, particularly because they're allegedly the most blight resistant potato on the market. So they're popular. You can say that one. Desiree or Desiree, pronounce it how you want. Look at that guy, it's like a small tree. And we've got two of those as well. Okay. These two are rooster. These are rooster potatoes. And just coincidentally, I think all these guys are redskins. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are, and that's purely coincidence. It's not deliberate. Okay, so that's rooster. So we've got two rooster. And these guys here, what about that? But a bit of top growth. What's that? Looks like a helicopter. That's a potato called Manitau. I've never grown Manitau before. I've grown rooster, and I've grown Desiree, and I've grown sapomira, but I've never grown Manitau. That might not be a redskin. It's hard to tell. So they're the guys we're going to grow on, and we're going to grow them on in 10-inch pots. This is the compost we're going to be using. This is the soil, the dirt, okay. Because it's already grown winter garlic, and I think maybe even early potatoes, we're going to reinvigorate it with these traffic light lollipops. Only joking. Potato fertilizer. Check this out. Okay, so we only have 3 measures at home grown veg. We have more than enough, not enough, and just enough. Watch this. Just enough. What do you think? Just enough. I'll give that a mix, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sow one pot on camera, and the other pots will be sown using exactly the same method. Okay, so if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Right, this is our 10-inch pot, and we're just going to put 2 inches of compost in the bottom of that. Excuse me, Mum. Two-inch, what do you think? Near enough. Right, we're going to go with Manitau, and we're going to sow 2 sets in this pot. We're going to do the same with the other pots, 2 sets. So sit that one there on 2 inches of compost, and that one there on 2 inches of compost, or soil, or dirt. whatever you want to call it. These are bound to fall over, but I'll try, yeah? How's that? Can you see them? I hope you can. Right. Oh, they have fallen over. Right. What we're going to do is, I'll just reset them. Now then, as you saw, the chits on top of these Manitow look quite fragile. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cook... Oh! Molly, can you reach me that, please? Can you get it? Have you got it? Good girl, thank you. I've got these 2 plastic cups. I'm going to cover both sets with those plastic cups. You see that? And then I'm going to fill this pot, and then I'm going to jiggle those cups out, and those hopefully those chits will not be damaged by filling the pot. And then what we'll do, we'll shake it in. Okay, watching. We'll jiggle these guys out now. And hopefully a set won't come out with this pot. 1, 2. That's 2 Manitow sewn in that pot. No damage to the chits on that potato, on those potatoes. Couldn't be simpler, could it? What we need to do now is pop this ticket in, and then we don't get mixed up. These potatoes have been in these pots now exactly 1 month, and we still have 5 months to go until Christmas. So I think I'm probably ahead of myself with these, but we are where we are, and this is what we've got. Okay, this potato here is Manitow. Seems to be growing okay. We've got some foliage just behind the lip of the pot. I don't think you can see that. So Manitow's got away okay. This is a potato called Rooster. I've seen these on some of the US channels, so I know that people on that side of the pond are familiar with this potato. This is Rooster. Rooster looks as though he's doing okay. This is Desiree. Desiree looks as though it's doing okay, and the one that looks as though it's doing the best so far is Sapomeda. But with 5 months to go till Christmas, anything could go wrong, and it probably will. But whatever happens, you will see the result of this. These 4 potatoes have been in these pots about 1.5 months, but it's still a long way to go to Christmas. It's probably 3 months or more until Christmas, and as you can see, these guys are well up. There are 4 different varieties here. Last year I grew some early potatoes as Christmas potatoes. I grew some Duke of York, and they were a total failure. I think I grew 6, and I think all 6 died. I got nothing off any of them. So this year I'm having to go with late potatoes to see if that'll make a difference, and see if I can get these guys through to Christmas. So let's do them one at a time. Let's see what we've got here. This guy here on the left is Desiree. Desiree's a redskin. In fact, all four are redskins. Purely coincidental. It was just what I had left over that I could plant. And I'm sure all this compost has been used once before. And I know I've added some fertiliser to it, but I just can't recall what I've added to it. But if you look at the first video in this series of growing potatoes for Christmas, that'll show you what I added. Okay, so this is Desiree. There are two sets in each pot. As you can see, there's quite a bit of wind burn on these leaves, and these leaves are dying back on Desiree. So I can't see this potato actually being growing when we get to near Christmas time, because the nights are cutting in, the days are getting shorter and colder, and potatoes just don't want to grow in those conditions. So I think these guys will stop growing well before Christmas, and I'll possibly have to just keep the potatoes in the pots, not harvest them, and then harvest them near Christmas Day and call them Christmas potatoes. I think the only other way around that is to get these guys indoors where there's a wee bit of warmth and perhaps some artificial light if I want to try and keep them going to Christmas. But I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. These guys will be outdoors and we'll get what we get. Okay, so that's Desiree on the left hand side here. What we got in this pot here? This is a potato called Manitow. Two potatoes in this pot. These leaves are looking a bit moth-eaten, but the stems look quite sturdy. A lot will depend on how the weather goes. Now that first pot that we looked at, I know there are potatoes in there because we've actually had potatoes breaking the surface, which I've covered over to stop them going green. So there are probably potatoes in these pots now, but I want them for Christmas, don't I? Right, this is probably the weakling of the bunch. This is Rooster. Again, I've seen potatoes in this pot. I've had to cover them over to stop them breaking the surface. But Rooster looks shot at, doesn't he? Can't see Rooster having any green leaves on him for much longer. But hey, look at this boy here. What a beast of a potato this is. Sapo Mira. So this guy, although there are some yellow leaves at the bottom, and I think you'll probably see those, it tends to keep throwing fresh new green leaves up on the top of the plant, and it just looks, well, it just looks vigorous, it looks healthy. So I'm not too sure how long this guy would actually keep going into the winter months. I just don't know. But it is a beast of a potato, and I think this is possibly my best bet. But only time will tell. Excuse me, Molly, please. Thank you. Okay, this is a potato called Desiree. There are two potatoes in this pot, and as you can see, they're finished. They've died off. So this pot has actually been indoors in the garage for the last 2 weeks. There's no point in leaving it outdoors where it'll just fill with rain. There's no potato in there that requires that rain. Then the rain's just going to sit in the soil, turn the potatoes rotten. So this guy's been indoors now for a couple of weeks, and that's Desiree. This is Manitow. Just like Desiree, it's finished, died off. Two potatoes in that pot. All these potatoes are late potatoes. And yeah, it's finished. So this guy's been indoors, just like the other one, for a couple of weeks now. No point in letting the pots fill up with rain. This is Rooster, and Rooster looks the worst of the bunch. Rooster's definitely finished. And Rooster's been indoors for at least a couple of weeks now. Now let me show you this guy. This potato is a beast. This is Sapo Mira. Sapo Mira was planted at the same time as the other three. Same compost, same size pots, same weather conditions, same everything. These three are finished. There's nothing can stop Sapo Mera. Dead excited about this one. So we'll leave these potatoes in the pots until near Christmas, and then we'll harvest them. We'll empty the pots. We'll keep Sapo Mera outdoors and just see how long it can stand this United Kingdom winter weather. And if he dies back like these three, then we'll move him indoors. But if as long as he's looking as strong and as healthy as he is, we'll leave him outdoors. Okay, this is Sapo Mera. Now as you can see, Sapo's starting to look a bit moth-eaten now. Life's catching up with Sapo, and so is the weather. We've already had our first frost here in the northwest of the United Kingdom. It was just a light frost, but we've had one. And we've also endured two storms. We've had Storm Aileen and Storm Brian. And we caught the edges of both those storms across the northwest of the UK. And what I did was, these guys, as I've already told you, were in the garage, so they were okay. I moved Sapo in closer to the house just to get him out of the strong winds. And here he is, he's still standing. 6 weeks after these guys fell over, and they were all planted at the same time. So all these potatoes have been in the pots the same length of time, but there's only Sapo still standing. We're just short of 2 months to go to Christmas. I'm not too sure if you'll see this guy standing when we reach Christmas. I very much doubt it, but we're going to leave him outdoors and we'll see when he falls over. But he's certainly outlasted these guys. Now I'm not too sure either if the potatoes on Sapo are getting any bigger, if there's any more swelling to be done. I suspect there isn't. I suspect all he's doing is hanging on until the bitter end. I suspect what we've got in these pots is what we're going to get. So these potatoes definitely aren't getting any bigger. These potatoes, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on in that pot. These three are drying out. This guy's still got moisture in the pot, so he's still supporting some top growth. So let's get these guys back indoors. We'll put this guy against the garden fence, let him carry on. And as we've got a frost forecast tonight, I'm not too sure what we'll find tomorrow morning. It's only a few days until Christmas now, so we're going to do this Christmas potato reveal. We'll do it in alphabetical order, and we'll go with Desiree first, shall we? Okay. Right, let's see what we've got here. I'll pop these guys in this pot first, then I'll empty them back out again, let you get a better look at them. There's the old seed potato. Well, one of them, I think there was 2 in here, wasn't there? Well, you'd have to say that if this is the best it's going to be, we won't be doing this again. Right, let's have a look at these guys. I put 2 in. If it doesn't get any better than this, we will not be doing this again. So that's Desiree. Right, who's up next? Hello, Molly. Who's this? This is Rooster. Well, you haven't got much to beat, Rooster. Look out, excuse me, Moll. Right, this is Rooster. Blimey. Hey! Rooster has delivered two potatoes. That's ridiculous. That is a big disappointment. A big disappointment. Rooster, doesn't look as though this is worth it, does it? This Christmas potato business in the UK. What's this one, Molly? Let's have a look. Let's see what that is. What is it? Manitow. Manitow. Right. See if Manitow can deliver us some potatoes. I can see we're going to have to be going down to the local cooperative and buying some for Christmas. This is going to be no good. Oh, hold on, hold on. Manitow might save the day. Come on here. We can see a couple. Oh yes. Looks like Manitow might just save the day, Moll. Let's see. Well, this is much better than what we've had. Not what we would have liked, but it is better than what we've had, isn't it, Moll? Right, let's have a look at this guy. What was this, Manitow? It's looking a little bit better, but it's hardly a Christmas lunch, is it? No. Unless Sabo Mira saves the day. We're going to have to go and buy some potatoes more for our Christmas lunch. Okay, let's see if Sabo Mira can save the day more. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, we can see potatoes again in this one, Moll. Hold on. Well, I think we've a few more potatoes on Sabo Mira, but I'm not too happy with the quality, to be honest. I think this is the last time you'll see me trying to get potatoes for Christmas. Just too cold, too dark, too wet. It's not going to happen. Not at homegrown veg anyway. Look at that, it's not worth it, is it? It's not worth it. And I don't think that one will make the cut. I'll show you it, but I don't think it'll make the cut. Okay. Right, what we'll do is, I was going to do a weigh-in, but it's pretty pointless. Because, well, there's only a few potatoes, isn't it? It's hardly worth it. What I'm going to do, though, is, I'm going to give my mate Molly a couple of small ones. Just hold on. No, him up. Okay, so it's been a long haul to get this far, hasn't it? And disappointing when we got here. But hey, Molly's getting a couple of small ones, so Molly will be happy. That okay, Moll? I'm not too sure whether Molly's enjoying that one either. How about that one, Moll? Well, she's ate them. Well, so Molly's got a couple of small ones. We've got the rest of the small ones, but we'll definitely be going to buy some potatoes for Christmas. I can't make this work. Hey, but hey, we've had a little bit of excitement on the way, haven't we? We've enjoyed doing it. So from me and Molly, here at Homegrown Veg, this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.